What's going on, everyone? Josh or Miho here. Hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Neurosis entitled Found In Decay. This is scheduled to be released on October the 30th through Neurot Recordings. Now, Neurosis really need no introduction if you've been a fan of extreme music and experimental music for the last 20 plus years or so. But just in case you're not too familiar with them, they're based out of Oakland, California, and this band has made such a huge body of work. They've inspired so many bands and made so many memorable albums. I mean, even their soundscapes. At one point in time, this band was just straight up hardcore punk, crust punk, pretty much amoebics worship. But then, with time and a few albums later, this band really changed up their sound to become what is the Neurosis of today. Just absolutely heavy, monolithic, and destructive post-metal with some sludge, doom, and ambience thrown in there too. Um, when I heard about this new album, I decided to delve myself deeper into this band's discography because, let's be honest here, I've listened to a lot of metal bands, but there are some bands that I have just never really made the time to listen to or even check out. Neurosis is one of those bands, and I owed it to myself to give this band multiple listens. And in doing so, I decided to listen to some of the albums that a lot of you guys and a lot of good friends have recommended to me. Obvious choices included Souls at Zero and Enemy of the Sun, to their closing 90s stuff like Through Silver and Blood and Times of Grace, to even some of their 2000s material like A Sun That Never Sets, A Sun That Never Sets, and their 2007 album Given to the Rising. Every single album is completely different from the other, but yet it completely shows the band evolving into something greater and something more magical. I mean, it's just furious how amazing this music is. It's just the passion that this band has and the fury and intensity that they deliver with the music is just mind-boggling. Coming into this new album, I honestly didn't know what to expect because it has been a while since they've made a record. Of course, the frontman and Scott Kelly, Steve Von Till and Scott Kelly have been making solo works in between the waiting period for this new album. And now the wait is over. We have their 11th full length, if I'm not mistaken, Found In Decay. It's 7 tracks and it runs around 60 minutes in length. And this is one of those albums that you really need to have a time and a place to listen to it. You have to listen to it straight forward. No skips, no fast forwards. This is a journey you're about to enter. And with every single song, every single instrument played, every word spoken, every vocal delivered. This is Neurosis making their return, making their presence felt, and they deliver just an absolute near masterpiece with this record. Guitar-wise, it's your usual Neurosis guitar. It feels like you're getting punched in the gut. The way the riffs are delivered are just absolutely thick, dense, distorted, heavy, and brash. Just the brashness of the guitar works so well here. The riffs are delivered with such meaningful emotion and power. I mean, I want to say on songs like the opening track, We All Rage in Gold, and My Heart for Deliverance, just the way the riffs are executed on those songs are just absolutely masterful. Just painstaking amounts of work being put into the guitar riffs is just fantastic. I absolutely love what's being done here with the guitar on this album. And the same can be said for the bass. The bass has a very good, warm, comfortable tone throughout this record. It doesn't overlap or overshadow the guitars. As heavy as the guitars are on this record, the bass has a nice, comfortable place to fit in with this album, and it's played beautifully here. The drums The drums have a really good solid gallop to them. Of course, this is a very mid to slow paced kind of record, but the kind of drum work that's executed here is just absolutely powerful. Just the way the snare sounds, just the way just an almost militant kind of feeling when the drums are played. It just moves along solidly, and there's a lot of stamina and a lot of grit with the drums. The drums are played very nicely here, and they they hold your attention. As mid-paced as they are, they do hold your attention, and they make you want to listen and get more involved with the vibe and the concept of this record. And the ambient moments and the keyboards really do add more of that continued atmosphere that this band delivers, not distracting in any kind of a way. It's it builds to the story of this record, and it just sounds fantastic. And even I want to say I hear some cello or some violin work on this record. I don't know if that's natural or if that's an added effect, but I really think those elements really work. Even on the closing track, Raise the Dawn, I think that's executed very well on that song. And vocals, Steve Von Till is amazing. He is an amazing singer, an amazing crooner, and an amazing growler too. He delivers the kind of vocal style you would best know him for. Just that emotion, that pain that he's in. It's as if he's in emotional pain and he's sharing his feelings with you. Just the kind of crooning and singing that he does, it's just top notch and fantastic. Just the way he delivers the kind of growls that he does to the more lower registered kind of crooning. That's just something that moves you. It deepens your appreciation for this record. And he is just an absolutely amazing singer and is one of the reasons why Neurosis continue to have the kind of respect that they do. He's just an absolutely amazing singer-songwriter, and he deserves a lot of praise for this record. So, overall, Neurosis are back with a vengeance, and this new album is just absolutely moving. It's moving from first track all the way to last. If you've been a fan of the current Neurosis material, this album is definitely right up your alley, and definitely, in my view, probably much better than a lot of the 2000s output that this band has put out. I can't say for sure that this is their absolute best work, because honestly, albums like Times of Grace, Enemy of the Sun, Through Silver and Blood, those albums are just absolutely flawless in my view. And this album, I can pretty much say, is just absolutely near flawless, near perfect in my view. If you're new to Neurosis, I definitely recommend to give the band's earlier works a listen before you listen to this new album, because Neurosis, honestly, is a band it's not easy at first to listen to all of their stuff. It's going to be a challenging listen for any kind of album. But once you get fully immersed in this band's aura and their great records and great songs, you'll love this band. And if Neurosis isn't for you, don't worry about it. You have better music to listen to anyway. But what a return for this band. This is absolutely fantastic record. Even though there's 7 songs, I would definitely recommend We All Rage in Gold, My Heart for Deliverance, Bleeding the Pigs is a really great song, showcases the vocal style of Steve Von Till to letter T, and All Is Found in Time. Just an absolutely awesome track. So pick this up when it comes out. I know Relapse is going to be distributing the vinyl release of this album. That's going to be pretty awesome to be on the lookout for. So again, the album is Honor Found in Decay by Neurosis. This is released on Neurot Recordings. Support this band, and I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. This is some fantastic stuff. This is high-quality Neurosis material, and here's hoping we don't have to wait too long for another record from this band. They are amazing. Support Neurosis. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army Hill out.